There's been quite a bit of debate over the state's new laws, with some folks saying the legislature didn't do enough to make sure we're prepared for future weather events. We want to bring in Bluntzer to help us break this all down. She's the director of the TCU Energy Institute, and I'm so glad to have you with us. There are a lot of questions. Let me start with this. What's your reaction to these new laws? Do you think they do enough to protect Texans during future events?
Thank you, Nicole, for having me. First of all, just to be direct, I do think we have made a step in the right direction. I do think we could do more. I'm pleased that our legislature has taken some accountability and tried to put in some measures that are going to help protect the citizens and the consumers of our great state. But I do think this is it's a great opportunity for the conversation to continue and hopefully build upon and continue to write and support legislature to mitigate an event like this happening again.
In the past, electricity providers have said that cost was a barrier to them weatherizing. Are there any exclusions this time? Will they be able to get out of that requirement?
The way the bill that passed, there was a bill there were some amendments that were attached to it that were quite interesting. But what it meant was that there would be a subsidy basically for these power plants to then be able to use the funding for capital improvements. That gets a little sketchy when you're talking about tax dollars going towards private improvements of a capital venture. And so it didn't end up making it into the final bill. What did end up making it, which I think is important to focus on, is the idea that we are going to be able to now categorize certain natural gas plants as critical infrastructure facilities. And once that categorization is made, this really should help mitigate something like this happening in the future. That was a critical step, and I think important for Texans to understand that something is happening in a positive way to protect them. And can we do more, and should we do more? Yes. Let's keep that conversation going. Let's take advantage of this opportunity. It's times like this when you can really start to, I think, impact effective change as it relates to energy and what it means for Texans and citizens that rely on it.
Absolutely. As you say, Ann, it is a step in the right direction. Thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Sure. Thank you, Nicole. Lovely to meet you.
You as well.